How's it going, guys and girls? My name's Camel and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. In this video, I'm going to show you how to pretty much power level your provisioning up from 1 to 50. It works the whole way and it's super fast and super easy. You don't even have to leave a city. You can literally level your provisioning from 1 to 50 in one city. Now this worked for me. I probably spent about 4 to 5 hours on provisioning to get it from level 1 to 50. It's hands down the easiest profession to level up from 1 to 50. As you can see in this video here, the first step is to just run around a city. In this case, I'm in Davon's Watch. I'm on the boat to the dock at the moment, but I've been through the whole city, every house, behind every house, every building, in the basements, in the attics, in every single room of every single house and building, just looting all of the barrels and crates. This is where you'll find provisioning ingredients, like foods, meats, grapes, salts, pepper, flour, crap like that. Now, it probably takes 20 to 30 minutes to completely loot a big city like this, but you will get a ton of provisioning ingredients to make foods and beverages, and it's so simple. I mean, every time I did this and any ingredients I had left over that I didn't use, I just sold them to a vendor because I didn't even have to stock up provisioning ingredients because I could just spend 20 minutes doing this and get more than I needed. It wasn't worth the bank space when I could just do this and grab a whole bunch more so easily. Also, what you want to do is make sure to loot all nightstands, cupboards, dressers, trunks, and desks and backpacks. These all drop recipes which you need for provisioning. They're absolutely vital. They are, of course, a recipe that teaches you how to actually craft the different foods and beverages. Now, to level your provisioning up with this technique that I'm going to show you here, you really don't need to put any points into the provisioning skill tree. I'll show you my points that I put into the provisioning skill tree before we actually start leveling it up, and I'll show you how little points you actually need in the skill tree to do this. And as you watch this, just look in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Every time I loot something, the loot will come up there. It's on auto loot, and I've also got an add-on that does that. So like I said, this will take about 20 to 30 minutes to loot a big city like Davon's Watch. The smaller ones, 10 to 15 probably. And these crates and barrels are everywhere. They're in every building, behind every building, just sitting around in towns. It's so easy to get provisioning ingredients like this. And when you create something with provisioning, it levels up so much. It's a joke how quickly you can level this up. So what I'll do now is we'll head back to the inn where the cooking fire is, and I'll show you how quickly you can level this up. Now that we're here, there's two things I'm going to do before I actually start making these provisioning ingredients. Firstly, I'm going to show you my skills tree here. So basically, you've got green recipes, blue recipes, and purple recipes. Green recipes make okay stuff. Blue recipes make better stuff, which have double effects. So instead of just increasing, say, health, it increases, health and magicka. And then very end game, we have purple recipes, which will do, mega buffs. These things are going to be nuts because even some of these green recipes are insane buffs. Then secondly, here we have skill points in this, which allows us to basically in every area, the recipes and the provisioning ingredients that you will find will correspond with each other. So if you find level 19 recipes, the ingredients that you're going to find in that area as well are going to correspond with those level 19 recipes and going to be the appropriate ingredients for them. So if you go and farm ingredients from, say, a level 50 area and then try and craft level 1 recipes, the ingredients are not going to be the right ingredients whatsoever. So you need to farm the ingredients from the appropriate areas. So I've put points into this just so I can craft those higher level recipes there. And the second thing we're going to do before we actually start cooking is go to our inventory and use the recipes that we haven't learnt yet. As you can see there, they're blue, so I can make some pretty powerful provisioning items there. And like I said before, the blue recipes do level up your provisioning faster because they're of higher quality. And as I scroll down here, you can see all of the provisioning ingredients and materials that we got from just farming the city for 20 to 30 minutes. Now what I'm going to do here is just fast forward this because this takes 8 minutes. So I'm just going to this in super fast forward and you can watch. So as you can see here, as I'm creating these, look how much experience I get in the provisioning experience bar in the top left corner of the screen. It's absolutely pumping up the level. If you've done enchanting or blacksmithing or something, you know that this is an absolute joke how quickly you can do this, considering how absolutely, brain dead easy this is to get all these materials. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so the smartest thing to do when you actually go to cook is always go to the bottom of the list and choose, like, create the highest level item you can. Always create the higher level items first, because these give you much more experience. So if you use all your ingredients on making level 1 stuff, and then you only have enough ingredients to make, you know, a couple of higher level ones, you're really not using those ingredients wisely. So always go to the bottom of the list and create the highest level provisioning items that you can at the point that you can. Because like I said, it will use those ingredients and materials much more efficiently, using them to level up your provisioning a lot faster, opposed to making the lower level ones and leveling it up a lot slower. But once you use all the materials you can on the higher level ones, you know, then just create whatever you can. Another thing, provisioning, in my opinion, is awesome. I was like, yeah, no, I'm probably not going to get into that, but I did. I mean, as you can see here, some of the buffs on these items are absolutely nuts. Like, if you level up, you can put an attribute point into, say, Magicka and get 10 more Magicka. You use one of these, man, some of these, like, you know, even for level 15, give you like 200 Magicka for 35 minutes. That's the equivalent of 20 levels of attribute points into Magicka. That's a massive buff. Now, foods tend to give you straight up buffs, like they will increase stamina, Magicka, or health, and the beverages give you buffs that increase the regenerations of those stats. So a food and a beverage on the same level range that increase the same stat, say the food will increase health by 50, 35 minutes, and the beverage will increase health regeneration by 3 for 35 minutes. So you pick and choose which you would prefer, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure they would scale out to be about the same. As you can see there, I'm starting to dwindle down. I've only got enough ingredients left to make level 1 stuff, so like I said, I've created all the higher level things first and absolutely power leveled the crap out of provisioning. And yeah, there we go. We ended up on level 42 provisioning, so we've done 10. We started on 32. We've powered up through 10 levels of provisioning with about, what, 20 to 30 minutes of farming the materials, and then about 10 minutes of actually creating the things. 30 to 40 minutes for 10 levels of a profession. I mean, this is a starting city, man. Like, there's no effort at all being put into this. It's absolutely smashed it up. So as you can see here are all of the items that we just created. Also, look at the gold level. So just for the sake of the video, I'm going to sell everything that I just created to a vendor here, just so you can get an idea of how much gold you've created there. If you look down the bottom right, you can see a totaled gold amount of how much we've just sold to this guy. So at the end, it was 641 gold's worth of provisioning items that we created there. So not bad, considering you just leveled your provisioning up 10 levels in about 30 minutes. Getting 640 gold as well. I mean, no one's losing in this situation. So yeah, there we go. That's my technique for power leveling provisioning. I hope it's helped you out. I hope you can harness this and use it and get your provisioning straight up to 50 just like I did without any troubles whatsoever. I think it took me about 8 of these runs to level it up from 1 to 50. The one that I did in this video was a much more intense run. Most of the time I'll just be like, yeah, I'll just go and loot all the crates from the bottom of this place or whatever and, you know, level it up a couple levels. But here, I specifically went out and just farmed the whole city for ingredients. And like I said, it took 20 to 30 minutes farming the ingredients and about 10 minutes to level it up. It's an insanely tiny amount of time to level up a profession 10 levels. And like I said, as you saw in the skill tree, barely any points went into provisioning to get it to that point, and it's insane. So I hope you guys can use this and harness it, and like I said, get your provisioning all the way up there and start cooking and brewing. Alright guys, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please leave a like. Please leave a comment if you have any information to add that could help myself or any other players. Please share this video amongst your guildmates and friends. And as always, if this video did help you out and you would like more videos like this one, please subscribe. You will not regret it in the least. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.